Welcome to today's video, guys. This look turned out exactly the way that I had in mind, and honestly, I'm super obsessed. Super duper obsessed. If you want to see how I got this look, and if you want to slay just as hard as this, then keep on watching. So you guys, I am really excited to film this video. Let's just get right on in it. For today's tutorial, we are going to be focusing more so on the eyes than the face because I'm going to go ahead and do my regular routine. And if you guys want to see how I do my regular schmegular routine, you can go on to any one of my videos. I'll link my favorite one right up here and you can go and see my skin routine. So for priming, we're going to go with the NYX Honey Dew Me Up Primer. And then for today's foundation, we're going to go on with my favorite Maybelline Fit Me Hydrate and Smooth Foundation in shade 120. And we're going to be blending out with the Hank & Henry Beauty Sponge. And I feel like my dark circles are popping up a little bit too much, so we're going to go in with some extra heavy duty coverage today. We're going to go in with the NYX Dark Circle Concealer in Fair. And just correct this area here. See how much of a difference that makes? It's crazy. And then we're going to actually conceal and go with the CoverGirl True Blend Concealer. Big dab. Big dab. Regular dab. Just a medium dab and just a little swipey swipe. Maybe just one here too. Just for some extra coverage. And then we're going to set with Nonetheless and the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. And then we're going to set the rest of our face with the eyelux Cosmetics Fluffy Powder Brush. So freaking soft, I cannot. Feels so good. I could do this all day. Let me put some brows on real quick. In 3, 2, 1. And boom, we've got some brows, baby. Not gonna lie, they turned out pretty fire today. Anyways, now we're gonna move on to my eyes. And guys, I'm excited because I don't know. I'm just really excited. So this is the palette that we're working with today, okay? You can like almost see my ring light perfectly. The Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. And guys, when I tell you this is very friggin' gorgeous, yep. And when you open it, you do have quite a large mirror and you can see me right there. Ooh. But you also have this little sheet that is attached. So it's not going anywhere with all the shade names. And then these beautiful shadows. So when I looked at this palette, the very first thing that caught my eye was this blue and this blue right over here. They just really stuck out to me and I was like, oh, girl. But when do I ever actually use blues? Not very often. But hold that thought. As I was looking at it a little bit harder, I was like, oh my God. Literally, these greens are speaking to me. And guys, I really don't use green often. So when I do, it's like, wow. The shades that I'm talking about is this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Okay? This one and this one, they look the same in the pan, honestly. But they're like different in real life. And then this one is so pretty and that one's really pretty. It's like a nice, like a brownish, mossy, khaki-ish. It's really nice. You'll see it. I'm going to use it. And then this one right over here, which is basically a shimmer version of that. And then this, I feel like just falls really perfect with the other shadows. So since I'm going to be going back and forth with these shadows quite a bit because I want to use this one specific brush because it's just so amazing, I'm going to be hopping into my color switch quite a bit today. So to begin this beautiful journey that we're about to create, we're first going to hop into this really dark green right up here, and I'm going to be using this smaller Elizabeth Mott blending brush. So I'm going to pick some up and I'm just going to place it right really in my crease, like the real crease. Like where it, you know. Gonna draw like a little semicircle. Okay. We're gonna blow this out a little bit later. I just want this to be a really nice base. So now that we've got that down packed, I'm not gonna add any excess product. I'm just gonna blow that out super lightly, just a little bit higher so that there's no harshness in it. Let me zoom in real quick. And I don't know if you can see, but I haven't added any other color, and it's almost as if it's like a slight brown. Like, does that make you see that? That's really, really, really nice. I'm going to move on to the more green shade, which is this one right over here. And I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to use that to go slightly above the shade that I just used and blow this color out. See that? Yeah. Nice and green, super pretty. That difference though. So now that that part's good, I'm gonna go on with another green. I'm gonna go on with this green right over there. I know, it's bold. I'm going with this eyelllllll Cosmetics brush, and it's like a really dense packing brush. I'm just gonna stick that. I'm gonna start at the end of, ooh, yes. Gonna start at the end of my eye, and slowly, because how pigmented this is, I'm gonna slowly map out my lid and crease. And I'm gonna go on with the same brush that we used in the beginning and just soften up that line. That took forever. I'm not gonna clean off my brush again. I'm just gonna zhuzh this so that it's not a harsh line again. I'm gonna go in with that first and second shade, and I'm just gonna reinforce that smoky green vibe. I'm gonna take this khaki olive green and I'm gonna put it all over my lid and go back in with that first shade and just darken it up even more. Alright, so you could definitely leave it as is for sure. Add some liner and mascara, call it a day. But I want to add even more. We're going there, sis. I feel like I want to use these two shades right over here. So I'm going to start with this dark one and kind of add it in the middle to end of my eye. And then I'm going to go in with this one and kind of add it from the middle to the front, right over these shadows, so that it has a nice green base, so that the green, I feel like, will pull out more, you know what I mean? But I want to use my finger for this because I'm using my finger with shimmer shadows. So the first dark one, oh, so nice. Such like a nice olive. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna tap that on because that's intense already. See how pretty that is? Yes. Look at the difference already, Jesus Christ. I'm going in with this lighter one. Woo! Getting hollow vibes. Okay. And start in the middle. Yes, honey. And ombre that to the front, but mainly focus it. Oh, it's so buttery. Oh my god. And then blend that to the front. Again, using tapping motions. I think I'm gonna bring this one all up in my crease with whatever's left on my finger. Cause that's like, that's a whole ass vibe. You see how like that shimmer just transformed it? Like it went from this to that. Okay. Are you freaking seeing this right now? Look at this ish. Look at that. Holy. This camera's not doing it justice, guys. Like in person, this is like, holy nice. Loving this shimmer in my crease. I know it's like a rule of thumb not to put shimmer in your crease, but like, yo, this is giving me vibes. This is really nice. Like really, really really nice. Here's my color switch. Wipe off most of this. And I'm gonna go with that bright green that we started with. And just deposit it, the edges here to make it more green. On my Morphe M156 brush, I'm gonna use the smaller side. Take that first lighter green that we started with, and I'm gonna first kind of pack it just to get the color laid. Now that I have that green down, I'm gonna go in with the darker green that we did in our crease with the fluffier side, and just go tighter to the lash line, just a little bit though. Go back to the smaller side, and I'm going to take this color that I put on the inner corner, this freaking beautiful thing, place that just in the middle, and I'm going to tap it in. Take this gold right over here and put that right on the inner corner here. And then to finish everything off, I'm gonna take this shade right over here, and I'm gonna just tap that on the inner corner. And then I feel like this look honestly calls for a brown liner. Like, I don't think this calls for black whatsoever. So I'm gonna use some powder liner in a very dark brown that's almost black. For the liner, I'm gonna pop into this guy right over here, the 39L Hit the Lights palette, onto this brown right over here for my liner. So I added some liner and lashes, and I really like the brown liner. I feel like it gives just enough depth without being like a harsh liner. You know what I mean? So now we're gonna quickly finish off the rest of my face, because your girl needs some bronzer, your girl needs some contour, your girl needs some blush, your girl needs some lips. You know? So we're gonna do that real quick. You guys already know my favorite palette and my favorite brush. So the rest of my face is good to go. We're just gonna add some highlight, because what's a look without highlight? Hello. Artist Couture Loose Diamond Glow Powder in Illuminati. Hello. What type of business does Artist Couture have in being this glowy? Ooh. Looking like a snack. Add some lips, and this look definitely calls for something a little bit more muted, but not a nude. So NYX Slip Tease lip gloss. This is the shade Let's Get Physical. Yes. Freaking love this lipstick.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Top it all off with some Marbadescu facial spray. Lock it all in. Oh, yes. Guys, we have a finished look. What type of business do I have looking this good? Like, hello, Natasha, you helped me do this, boo-boo. Literally, I'm looking like a whole ass meal, not even just a snack. And that wraps up today's video. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. It's always a good time, clearly. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.